I'm Mike Cottle, head coach of Elizabethtown football, and a gentleman come over and asked to pick the most colorful kid on the team, and that was Andy Brault. And I was just wondering why those guys did that to you.
I'm Andy Brault, and I guess those guys did that because I had a mohawk and I had to shave it off for my mom for senior pictures.
You know, I asked one of the teammates, why did you make Andy the most colorful? Why did you pick him? He says, he's just weird, is how they said it. I knew his father at E-Town. He played football there back in the 80s, played against CV. They had some great teams then. And your dad had a mohawk, too. Did you know that? Is that why you did that? He had a mohawk when he played, too. That's scary. I remember him having that. Yeah, I'm pretty darn sure. A couple of them had it. But how much do you want to get back to the tradition when your dad was there, where E-Town was competing for section titles year in and out with the Centrals and the CVs? Can you guys get it back to that level again this year?
Yeah, I believe we can. We just got to work hard in the off-season like we have been, and we should get there.
Let's ask your coach a similar question to that. What's it going to take for you guys to compete for the section title this year? Is it going to be offensive or defensive? Going to be your strength this year as well?
Well, I think offensively will be our strength. Andy has a year under his belt. Did a great job at quarterback last year, and he has some over the summer here. The workouts, the receivers that we have been doing a great job catching balls and stuff. And Andy's been throwing, and we got some good running backs. The key to our season is going to be defensively, I believe. Last year we had trouble stopping the run. And we got to do that. I mean, if we stop the run this year, I think we'll have a decent year. So, it's tough to compete with the section title. I mean, you could probably name 5 or 6 teams right now in Section 2 that has a possibility of winning the section title. I mean, it's a tough section from top to bottom. And the one thing, when you're playing Section 2, there's no easy week, none at all.
How do you get it back to the glory days of when his dad was the quarterback, though, to keep it where E-Town was traditionally that competitive thing? Building a program, how difficult is it to stay consistent?
Very. I've been there 8 years, and I think the key to Elizabethtown getting to where they were in the past is starting down at the boys' club, trying to get kids excited to be an E-Town football player. So we ran a kids camp this year, got the kids in. Our boys club is running our offense and our defense, which I think is key. And we're going to go down once a week, take some of our players down with the kids at our boys club, and I think that's where you got to do it. I mean, you got to build it from the ground up, and you got these young kids, 8, 9, 10 years old, that you want them to say, hey, Friday night I want to play for the Bears, and that's what it is. There's a lot of sports out there competing for time right now. Basketball wants their kids year round, baseball wants them year round, fall ball starting, and you got to make football important. And I think we got to start it down at the younger ages and try to build it up through to make Elizabethtown football important. And I think that's key.
Andy, when did you get involved with football? What made you? Was it the family background with football for you, and being a quarterback? What stood out for you to follow your dad, who was a quarterback at E-Town, and you do it just the same thing? Any extra pressure with that? And what kind of tips does your dad give you? He was a quarterback at E-Town, also Kutztown College, and also the Central Penn Piranha. The guy had a pretty good career going here. What have you learned by watching over the years your dad?
I just learned how to play the position, I guess. Just like. Yeah.
What is it about the position that you learned? Did he give you tips, or is it just watching your dad, or did you get stuck going to all the practices and games, or that type of thing, or did you always enjoy it, or is it sort of like I got to play it because my dad wants me to?
That's pretty much it. I wanted to be a tight end to start off, and then 7th grade year they moved me to quarterback, so that's how I became a quarterback.
Coach is over here shaking and nodding back and forth, both different ways. Who moved him to the quarterback? You?
No, I don't know. He came up through the boys' club as a tight end, and then he got up to 7th grade. And I don't think they. I'm not sure. It was before my time there, I think. And Coach Livingston, Ray Livingston, probably moved him to quarterback, and he's got a younger brother coming up, and he played some quarterback, but he's moved to receiver now. So maybe we can see Brault to Brault Friday nights, maybe.
Coming to a theater near you, Broughton Brialt. E-Town football. Good luck this year, guys. Thank you. Thanks.